we're being peaceful. Let us have our own state.
What about pay for
what do
slay
they keep
is
doing?
peaceful?
What do they keep doing? They keep building illegal settlements. They keep building illegal settlements. They keep building illegal settlements.
What is pay for
but you
slay?
don't care, right? You don't care.
What is
Let me
pay
go in
for
your
slay?
neighborhood. What are you saying?
That's what they do in the West Bank. The PLO funds people to kill Jews. Has this not been something you've been informed of?
Have you not seen these
pay for slay. How about this?
You
I
live
think Jews,
in an
I think
alternate
Jews should be
universe.
allowed to live in the West Bank.
I want to talk a little bit about Trump's speech in Israel. It has raised some eyebrows among some on the right, which is really interesting to see. So President Donald Trump raised some eyebrows during a speech in Israel this week, especially as the guy who ran on an America First message. So what did he have to say? Take a look at this.
My promise and officially recognize the capital of Israel and move the American embassy to Jerusalem. Isn't that right, Miriam? Look at Miriam. She's back there. Stand up, Miriam. Stand up. Miriam and Sheldon would come into the office. They'd call me. He'd call me. I think they had more trips to the White House than anybody else I can think of. Look at her sitting there so innocently. She's got $60 billion in the bank. $60 billion.
So Miriam Adelson is one of the most powerful women you've never voted for, an Israeli-born billionaire whose influence reached all the way to the Oval Office. She's the mega donor who poured tens of millions into Donald Trump's campaign machine, and the numbers are jaw-dropping. In 2024 alone, she gave around $100 million to a super PAC backing Trump. In previous cycles, she and her late husband contributed over $600 million to support Trump's campaigns and other Republican causes. She and her late husband, casino tycoon Sheldon Adelson, poured hundreds of millions into Donald Trump's campaigns, and in return, got something money was never supposed to buy. When Trump recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital and moved the U.S. embassy there, that wasn't just politics. That was the Adelson agenda in motion. Trump even thanked her by name, calling her a hero of Israel, and he wasn't exaggerating. Miriam didn't just support Trump, she shaped him, quietly pushing some of the most controversial pro-Israel decisions in modern history. Lover or hater, Miriam Adelson proved that sometimes power doesn't sit in office. It writes the checks. So, let's continue. Thought I'd lay some context on who is Trump's puppet master.
Last election cycle, Miriam Adelson did give Trump huge cash infusion, $100 million in return for allowing Israel to annex the West Bank. I know Trump has said vocally that he won't let that happen, but in practice, it's already happening. They're building illegal settlements in the West Bank as we speak.
But that was the deal. She gave Trump money and she told him, I want you to annex the West Bank.
Widely reported, yeah.
Widely reported?
It is.
That's not a fact. It's widely reported I'm getting paid $7,000. That's not a fact. It's widely reported. There's no Dean Kiswani justifies it, but that's defamation.
Why? Okay, so let me ask you something. Why would Miriam Adelson give him $100 million?
First of all, Trump and Sheldon, no, they go way back, long before Trump was even into politics.
She did give him $100 million. Miriam Adelson's money helped fuel Trump's campaign. And even though Trump publicly vowed he'd never allow Israel to annex the West Bank, well, this happened.
You promised leaders this week that you would not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. Is that something that you
I will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. No, I will not allow it. It's not going to happen.
Did you speak with Netanyahu about this directly?
Yeah, but I'm not going to allow it. Whether I spoke to him or not, I did. But I'm not allowing Israel to annex the West Bank.
On the ground, it's already happening. Illegal settlements expanding fast. Bulldozers carving new roads and outposts as if the promise never existed. Words said one thing, but actions say another. Because in politics, money doesn't just talk, it builds. Now let's continue on.
Now I want to bring up the Miriam Adelson point. Israel first, Trump first. First of all, I think she's more Israeli than American. That's already a fact. She speaks like this. She's a very cute woman from Israel. It's cute. It's funny. But I don't think it's a loyalty question. You can be very much pro two things when their values align. Do you really think with or without Miriam Adelson's money, Trump's not a Zionist? Without Miriam's money, you're going to tell me you don't think
I don't think Trump
Israel?
has strong feelings one way or the other, to be honest with you.
I disagree with you.
I don't think Trump has, I don't
regardless
think
of money.
Trump would be doing Israel's bidding to the extent he's doing Israel's bidding if it wasn't for money in politics and it wasn't for, you know,
I absolutely
donors
agree.
like
Do you think
Miriam
that's true?
Adelson.
And so this matters. The story around America matters.
It does.
American values matters. We cannot be seen as abetting atrocities. We cannot have the blood of 67,000 women and children on our hands.
So, okay, first of all, again, it's a war. Second of all, my thing is, when I say they coincide with values, what would you say in the entire Middle East is the closest country to the United States in terms of fair elections, allowing LGBTQ people?
It's an apartheid state. How are you going to say it's fair elections? Palestinians aren't allowed to vote, and they're not even allowed to have their own state. They're not. Benjamin Netanyahu said multiple times, I will not allow the Palestinians to have their own state.
This is our city. It is forever our city. It will never be divided again, and there will be no Palestinian state.
Why? Because
So they're
people
stuck
like
in a
Hamas.
situation. Oh my God.
Wait, if you were Prime Minister
my God.
Netanyahu,
There's
and
no
Hamas
Hamas
was
in the
governing
West Bank,
Gaza,
Emily. There's
the
no
PLO
Hamas in
pay
the
for slave.
Oh, the PLO
pay
too.
for slave
They're Palestinians. So by nature
if you
of being
kill a
Palestinians,
Jew, if
they
you
shouldn't
kill a
be
Jew,
allowed.
we're giving you
You just
$10,000. Is
talking
that a
over me is
person
not
you'd
gonna
give a
work.
state? Because you're saying you're making it seem like the PLO are the good guys now.
Man,
when they stop funding people to kill Jews, maybe Netanyahu should negotiate with them. But until they stop raising their kids to say, hey, I know you want to go work and become an engineer, but if you kill a Jew, you'll get $10,000 per Jew.
The
They don't deserve
PLO
a
is
government.
killing Jews
Pay
in the
for
West Bank.
slay.
The
Pay
PLO
for
is
slay.
on its knees.
Pay for slay.
Beyond
Google it.
deferential to
Pay
the
for slay.
Israelis, doing everything they can to show we're being peaceful. Let us have our own state.
What about pay
but
for
what do
slay
they keep
is
doing?
peaceful?
What do they keep doing? They keep building
Can you address
illegal
my point?
settlements. They
What is
keep
pay for
building
slay?
illegal settlements. They keep building illegal
I heard you 3
settlements.
times. What is
yeah,
pay
but
for
you don't
slay?
care, right? You don't care.
What is
Let me
pay
go in
for
your
slay?
neighborhood. What are you saying?
That's what they do in the West Bank. The PLO funds people to kill Jews. Has this not been something you've been
Have you
informed
not
of?
seen these
Pay for slay.
How
about this?
You
I
live
think
in
Jews,
an
I think
alternate
Jews should be
universe.
allowed to live in the West Bank.
Why
are
don't.
Jews
No,
not allowed?
I don't.
So you believe in apartheid
Because they
then?
keep building
When it comes to
illegal
Jews,
settlements.
what
They're
if I build
stealing
a house
land,
legally? I buy
Emily.
land.
They're stealing land.
They don't want Jews in the West
Why
Bank.
don't they let the
That's
Palestinians
apartheid.
build houses in
There's
Israel?
2.8 million Arabs in Israel
Man.
living better lives in Israel than the West Bank and Gaza combined. You just hate
Emily,
Jews. I will not.
No, I
believe
don't
that.
hate Jews.
Then why
I
can't they
don't
live in the
hate
West
Jews.
Bank?
I hate disgusting,
Why can't they live in the West
vile
Bank?
propagandists
Why can't a
who
Jew
treat
live in
human
Gaza?
beings like trash like you?
This is pretty ridiculous, isn't it? The West Bank is under full Israeli military control. Palestinians there can't move freely, can't build freely, and every part of their daily life depends on Israeli permission. There's no Hamas rule because Israel already rules there. And this idea that the PLO pays people to harm Jews, that's a distortion. The Palestinian Authority provides stipends to families of prisoners, many of whom were jailed without trial or for resistance, not murder. Anna's right to be furious. It's because every time someone repeats those talking points, it erases the lived reality of millions under occupation. It's not about Hamas. It's about control. And pretending otherwise is just propaganda dressed as debate. But anyway, if you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Drop your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned until the next time here on Facts Only.